Gotta get your face there.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, how are you tonight, buddy?
Doing alright. Yeah, how about you?
Doing well. Another half of a week in the books.
There you go.
Always exciting. And speaking of exciting, we got another exciting episode on tap for you tonight, Kyle. We got some fun stuff to talk about. But before we do, as always, and so I don't forget, we do want to shout out our two amazing sponsors here of On a Couch Talking Sports, them being Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson. Wes Woodson. I'm pretty sure I got that right. But yeah, Zyman Organizing and Wes, both amazing sponsors, amazing. Well, one's an amazing person. The other one is an amazing organization. They have been just tremendous sponsors of not just this show, but the Sports Blitz and Marvel at the Movies as well. So again, as we always talk about, the 3/3 or 1/2 in mathematical terms of our YouTube trilogy here that we got going on. So just another big shout out to our two sponsors tonight, Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson, and the links will be in the description as always. So shout out to both of them. So getting into tonight's episode of this show, On a Couch Talking Sports, because we are on a couch and we are talking sports.
True.
So Kyle and I had another tremendous opportunity to attend another fabulous sporting event this past Saturday night. It was actually a team that we had seen just a couple weeks earlier. I remember we had talked about that game on a past episode as well. It was the Babson College hockey team. Now, the Babson College hockey team, if you remember a few weeks ago, Kyle and I were in attendance for their conference quarterfinal victory over Norwich, which is a thrilling overtime game. Mm-hmm. Awesome time. And since then, Babson won in overtime to win their conference semifinal. Then they beat Skidmore at home at a game that I went to capture the conference title. And that conference title earned them a home NCAA tournament game this past Saturday night against Trinity at home. And Kyle and I were there, and we had a lot of fun. And Babson...
Oh, yeah, it was great.
And Babson, they pulled it out, folks. Yes, they pulled out a shutout win, a 3-0 shutout win over Trinity to advance in the NCAA tournament. Just very exciting stuff. A big hats off to Coach J.B. Rice, who, by the way, is a Sports Blitz guest. Big shout out to him and his team on their victory. But Kyle, let's get into this. Again, we had a great time, as always, over at the good old Babson Skating Center on Saturday night. Just wanted to get to your overall take on the game that we saw. Again, just a great win for Babson, a great crowd, great night, just great everything. So I just wanted to sort of get your thoughts on it.
I mean, so this was an interesting game because when you really come down to it, like the score was close for a little bit, and then there was a team that was very dominant, but so it was a kind of intense game in a very different way than the last game we covered last week with BC. But what I really liked about this game was kind of the whole vibe. Like, they were, like, aggressive. Both teams were very
physical
aggressive.
Game. Very physical game, yeah. Very intense, very physical. Much more physical than the other two Babson games that I had seen.
Yeah,
or that we and / me had seen within the last couple of weeks. You're 100% on that one.
Like, so there were some, like, couple even like dirty moves. Like I could see like people were purposely tripping other players and this and that. And I'm like looking at Robbie and I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, we're gonna have fights here. And sure enough, there were actually a couple.
We almost had having a fight between two fans standing right down the road from us.
That was really funny.
So can we actually just jump into that for 1 second?
Yeah.
So for those of you, if you've ever been to the Babson College Skating Center, you know that there are like stands on one side of the rink, and then like the boards are on the other side of the rink. You know, about where the concession stand is. So Kyle and I, we like to sort of squeeze ourselves in up against the boards. You know, just it's a nice view, and you can kind of like, you know, moved around. You don't feel as like squished and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There were these young guys like just down the way from us who like were doing a lot of like cursing and stuff like that, or were being kind of rowdy even before the game started. Yeah. And this one older gentleman kind of started chirping, to use a hockey term, back and forth with them, and yeah, it got a little intense. At one point, I literally thought that like stuff was about to go down. Like I did. I know you thought they were kind of joking at first, but like I could kind of tell from the beginning that they were being like very serious and aggressive towards each other. I mean, luckily, full full disclosure, nothing bad happened. Like there was no fight. You know, nobody even ended up having to get kicked out or anything like that. It ended up being all fine, but it's just like, yeah, you're just trying to stand there watching a game, and you have to hear like in your peripheral like. Two people like arguing, so two people arguing, just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. But so that was kind of tense, sort of adding to the tenseness of the environment. But it ended up being okay, Kyle.
No, it was great. It was I mean, you know, Babson. I always like that skating rink.
Except when you get hit in the head with a puck, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean that almost happened. I think again at this game too. Like I was there were a couple of close calls this time. Like the puck was like flying. Like it was intense. It was really great, and you know Babson and Trinity really brought their all of this game.
They really did. Yeah.
They could tell, like, you know, you could really tell the difference between like an in-season game versus like this is like far into the kind of like the championships.
This is the tournament. I mean, this is the NCAA tournament. And this is like, yeah, the winner wins. Like the winner of the whole tournament wins the national championship. I mean, this is the big one right here. So
like, wow. So it was great. Yeah, it was great. And it was just great seeing the whole vibe of the place, and it was nice also seeing the snack bar was open, which is cool. And the machines were working. Yes. Unlike when a couple weeks ago, I think they were still kind of like getting those up and running. But no, it was nice to see, like, you know, and like the whole environment is just, everyone's very friendly there. Everyone who works there, like, it was
great
cool.
Great people, great family atmosphere for a hockey game. I couldn't have said it better myself. Absolutely. But yeah, and it's interesting because, like I said, it's interesting because like these were the first, like, the last few weeks we've like started going back to college hockey games for the first time since like 2020, and so it's been kind of cool to like see these teams that, you know, we've seen all these times over the years, like in action and stuff like that. And it's just been, especially Babson, you know, it's like right down the road, you know, in town in Wellesley, you know, and it's just always, like I said, just a really fun take when you get to go see the Beavers. And so, kind of like we did with the BC game that we covered last episode, Kyle actually did record a few fun clips from the game, and we wanted to sort of put those together and show you now sort of a sneak peek into the night that was for the On a Couch crew during our time at the good old Babson Skating Center. So we're going to take you to those clips right now. Yeah, I mean, just incredible, Kyle. I mean, again, you talked about it. It's like, what a game, what an intense atmosphere, what an intense, play on the ice. I mean, just everything about it was just tremendous, and I had so much fun, and I definitely wish the Babson team nothing but the best. I know they've got their national quarterfinal game coming up this weekend in New York. I forget exactly who they're playing, but Sunny Ganesho, I probably pronounced that incorrectly, but best of luck to the Beavers as they continue their quest for a national championship. So, Kyle, I just wanted to sort of give you the chance for any final thoughts on the game from Saturday, just as we sort of wrap up this particular segment of the show.
I mean, no, I think we said it best. It was just nice seeing. It was cool, like especially the Babson goalie. I gotta give him a lot of props too.
He's
just
amazing.
Very specifically.
All the games I've seen, he's been just fantastic. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's awesome. Like, he blocks some really hard, like they got some really good shots in, but this guy somehow managed to just block pretty much every shot. Like, it's unbelievable. Yeah. And one of the funny things I thought was because they did end up winning. Like, I know, like you said, 3-0. And what happened was, what I thought was kind of funny was, like, in the back of my head, I was like, that'd be interesting because this was like 2 goals in. It was like the third period. I'm like, that'd be kind of interesting if Babson just kind of scored one more just to be like, because they got 3 points because Trinity, the whole number 3 vibe. And I was just like, oh.
Only you would, and the funny thing is that you would be one of the few people that actually would think about it in those terms during a game like that. So, but hey, it worked out. It did. It happened.
There you go.
You got your wish.
They did it. They managed to do it. It was just a great game.
Absolutely. But no, like I said, shout out to Babson. And like I said, we wish you guys nothing but the best in the quarterfinal round on Saturday and hopefully beyond. We'd love to see you guys make a run toward maybe winning a national championship. That'd be really cool. But yeah, great times, and like I said, a great few weeks of college hockey action for us. Between the 2 Babson games, 3 if you count the one that I went to versus Skidmore. That on top of the BC game, 2 BC games if you count the other one that I went to against BU. Just a lot of cool hockey action for Kyle and I, and then, just sort of separately, I've been able to take in, like I said, a couple of college games and a high school game I went to last night, which was amazing. But I just got to give a quick shout out to Severian Brothers and Arlington High School boys hockey teams. They played one for the ages last night over in Framingham for the state semifinals. Severian was up 4-1 late in the third period, and Arlington came back to tie the game in the final minute, and then Severian ended up going and winning in double overtime to earn a trip to the TD Garden. So, just a big shout out to both those teams on a tremendous game, and obviously congratulations to Severian on earning that Garden berth. So, I just wanted to kind of throw that in there while we're talking about some hockey. But, so now it is time to make the transition to our second half of our episode, and that is the final thoughts and the Sue's reviews. And I'm going to go first with my final thoughts, if that's okay with you, Kyle, because I actually have kind of a combo final thought that I want to sort of bring Kyle in here for.
Okay.
And Kyle will know what I'm talking about in just a second if he doesn't already. So there was a pretty big sports news story that occurred on Sunday evening.
Well, a few big ones, but I know exactly which. We're leading into this time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was a pretty big story that broke this past Sunday afternoon that I was both surprised and not surprised about at the same time, and that is that Tom Brady, number 12 himself, is actually not retiring. He is unretiring. He is returning for another NFL season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Love the fact that he did it after we did our whole tribute episode to him, and everybody basically poured their hearts out to him. And then 2 months later, he's like, "Nope, I'm actually going to come back. Never mind. Just whatever." Before I give my 2 cents, like I said, I wanted to make this sort of a combo. I just wanted to get your sort of thoughts on the whole idea of Tom Brady being back for a 23rd NFL season.
I mean, so yeah, I'm like both. Like you said, I think you put it the best. Like both surprised and also not surprised.
Yeah.
I was actually more surprised that he retired.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
especially after the way that season ended for them, like losing in the playoffs the way they did. Like I was shocked that he actually decided to hang up at that exact moment.
It was a little surprising, I think. I was talking with someone about this, and I think it's like they said they were like we were saying like how maybe he felt a little pressure to retire because maybe he was considering it, and the media kind of jumped on it a little too soon, and they jumped the gun, and we're like, "Hey guys, by the way, Tom Brady's retiring," even though they're not really sure, but if he had officially decided or not. So maybe I'm wondering if maybe that had something to do with maybe him just kind of pushing himself to be like, "Okay, yeah, I guess I am retired." But it just seemed like to me like I don't know, he just never really wanted to be retired. He always talked about going, playing till he was like 45. And okay, yeah, I guess he's 45 technically now, right? Or is he 40?
Is he 40? I forget if he's 44 or 45, but I'm going to have to I'm going to have to look that up. Hold it. You continue talking. I'm going to do a little intro research here. I always forget.
Yeah, it's just one of the things where, it just didn't seem like, it just seemed really very, very sudden. And I think Tom Brady, at least, like, if he really, really wanted to retire, I feel like he would have.
He's 44.
There you go.
He'll be 45 in August.
There you go. Yep, just in time for the, who knows, second to last season that he's doing. Who even knows at this point? So, I guess I don't know if he's going to do it. Yeah,
it's going to be kind of a year-to-year thing at this point. But
yeah.
And to your point, I think that I was not surprised. I mean, I was surprised yet not surprised, like I said before. Mm-hmm. I think here's my thing, is that I've always loved Tom Brady. I always loved Tom Brady as a player. I mean, he did such great things here as we talked about. We paid tribute to him 2 months ago. Part of me is happy because part of me was kind of bummed about not being able to see Tom Brady on a football field for some team this fall. So, I mean, part of me was kind of like, it was having a tough time coming to grips with that. The other part of me just like, I don't know. The other part is just kind of like really, Tom? Like, you're basically, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it kind of makes Tom look a little bit like unreliable now. Because like whenever he if he makes a decision after this coming year, if he makes the decision again to retire, I don't know if people are really going to be able to buy into it fully because of what happened after this off season. We've seen when players have kind of been gone, but then come back and gone and then come back. You look at Michael Jordan to a certain extent, but especially Brett Favre is what I kind of compare it to, where he kind of he kind of made it more of a spectacle. When it came to will he, won't he, blah 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 blah. It just kind of gets exhausting after a while, and I hate to see that for Tom Brady because I mean he is such a tremendous football player, and I mean he's the GOAT. Period. End of story. As far as I'm concerned, and I just feel like I just don't want to see him turn into one of those guys where people look at him and be like, oh, there's Brady being Brady or whatever the case may be. But I mean, he feels like I guess after the couple of months of really thinking about it, he feels like he has some unfinished business, and feels like he has more to prove and more games to win, and possibly going out and getting that 8th Super Bowl ring. I mean, we'll see. We will see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting. This NFL season just got a lot more interesting on so many different levels. And the one last thing I will say is that I was kind of before Brady made this announcement, I was kind of intrigued by the fact that Rob Gronkowski had not made a decision yet, or not made an announcement yet on whether or not he was going to come back and continue playing, because it seemed like he really only wanted to play with Brady. So I think a lot of the speculation was when Brady left, that Gronk would be not far behind him, and the fact that Gronk hadn't made any sort of decision yet was kind of interesting. But now with Brady coming back, it actually makes a lot more sense, because maybe Gronk had an inkling that maybe this could not. Maybe Brady could sort of change his mind, as I think Gronk kind of maybe was. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but it would make sense if Gronk was maybe holding out to see, just to make sure that Brady actually one way or the other, which way Brady decided to go. So it was kind of interesting side note there.
And also, they seem like they're pretty close anyway, so I feel like maybe they kind of kept each other in the loop a little more than the news outlets that. I feel like they try to kind of. So who knows? Maybe Tom did have the plan of retiring, but then maybe he kind of thought about it some more and was like, oh, maybe I decided too quickly. Maybe he kind of let Gronk know before he let maybe some other people know too. So
yeah,
who even knows?
Who knows? But yeah, Tom Brady will be back in Tampa this fall for another NFL season. So
there you go.
We'll see what happens there. But anyway, so that is it for my final thought, aka our combo final thought tonight. So let me now turn over to Kyle for what is always another rousing segment of the Sue's Review. So Kyle, take it away.
Okay, so full disclosure, I had a movie that I was going to review tonight, but I completely forgot what it was, and I was hoping I would remember what it was up to this point. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to have to push the movie, I think, till next time. So I'm going to replace it with a so far review, how it is. I just recently got this. I started playing Super Mario 3D World, which I had previously played for the Wii U, but I got the Switch version, and the Switch version came with this interesting kind of mini campaign called Bowser's Fury, and I wanted to kind of dive into that a little bit. So basically, it's your typical Mario game where you're Mario and you have to save the world from Bowser as always, but this time Bowser didn't capture Peach for once, so I guess that makes the story more unique, because in every game he ends up capturing Peach and Mario's princess bride, essentially. So it's it's just kind of always been the same story in every Mario game, but this game they kind of added a little bit of a different angle to it, where Bowser basically gets engulfed in this black goo, and he becomes this super evil, really scary looking monster, this giant, I'm talking Godzilla sized monster in the background, and he's wreaking havoc, and Mario has to figure out what the hell's going on, and he has to stop Bowser. And so basically what this game is I don't know if I'll just give you a quick overview of Mario 3D World. Mario 3D World is essentially what it tries to do is it tries to kind of be a 2D and a 3D Mario game. It's not really a huge exploration type of game like Mario Odyssey was, which is more of it's more open. It was more just kind of a level by level game. And I mean, you can explore the levels, but it's not and you can still find secrets and all that kind of stuff, but it's very straightforward. You pretty much have to go from point A to point B, doing all these cool platforming kind of challenges and stuff like that, like any Mario game. But Bowser's Fury is cool because it basically takes all the stuff from that game, all the power-ups, the cat suits. Yes, they brought the cat suits back, which gives Mario and his friends the ability to climb walls, and it's pretty cool. It's like Spider-Man, except cat. But what they did though is that they basically took the mechanics of Mario 3D World, and instead of making it a level by level type of game, they actually kind of mixed it with Mario Odyssey. So basically they gave Mario this entire sort of free roam platforming kind of land, and he has to go explore the land, and you don't have to do things in the exact order. You can tackle any objective, any part of the island that you're in, pretty much in any order that you want. Kind of like Mario 64 too, in a way. You still have to unlock certain areas and stuff like that to progress, but you don't have to do it in a very specific order. You can explore the island, and what I really love about this game so far is in previous Mario games, you could kind of hold only maybe about 1 or 2 power-ups. But in this game, they kind of treat it more like an adventure game. Is that when you find power-ups, there's also other ones like you find the classic Fire Mario suit. You find like a boomerang suit and stuff like that. You can actually store and collect a bunch of power-ups in like an inventory, kind of like in Zelda a little bit. Like you kind of collect these items, and you can use them to kind of help you progress through the stages. And it's a really creative game. I really like it. And also the other big part of this is that while you're free roaming in this area, Bowser will come up and he'll start making your life a living hell. Like he makes it rain fire. He breathes fire like when you're trying to like platform on stages. So there's just like a small segment every now and then. Usually lasts for like maybe like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, where he's just trying to get you, and you have to kind of run and hide. So the game kind of has a different sort of like momentum that way. Like you want to complete your objectives, but you want to do it quick before Bowser gets you. Luckily, there are lighthouses that you can go to and activate, and when you activate them, they scare off Bowser, like if he's trying to attack you. And it kind of creates some like safe spaces that you can go to. So it's pretty cool. It's a great game. The graphics are very fun, colorful, and everything. And you also get a fun little sidekick, Bowser Jr., and he helps you kind of like find these like little secrets and stuff like that.
Not Bowser Jr.
I know, right? Who knew there was a Bowser Jr., right?
Full disclosure, Bowser was my as Kyle Cortez was my go-to Mario tennis player back in the day.
Bowser's the best. He's the best. I love Bowser. He's still my favorite Mario character. He was also my go-to character, like that I would choose all the time in Mario RPG once I unlocked him. Great. It was like fantastic. But honestly, guys, if you really like Mario, and even if you've already played Mario 3D World and stuff like that, I still recommend getting this game. It's a really great package so far that I've played, and once I get through this whole mini campaign, I'll give you guys the full spiel about it. But I really liked it. I think it's a lot of fun. There is also a 2-player option too, so the second player, if they plug in another controller, they can be Baby Bowser, and he has this little hovering kind of machine. BB Bowser, yeah. So, honestly, I've had a lot of fun with this. I think you guys would love it, especially if you guys are Nintendo fans. Bowser's Fury, it comes with the Mario 3D World game, so you get a full campaign and a mini campaign. It's a lot of content, so good stuff.
Thank you, Kyle, as always, for that, and we can't wait to hear the movie that you forgot tonight on the next episode.
Yeah.
So, that is going to wrap up this episode of On the Couch Talking Sports. Listen, folks, wanted to give a quick teaser. Next episode, we're going to be talking about something really, really cool that Kyle and I are doing within the next week or so. I'm not going to say anything more than that. You guys are going to have to be. I don't know. We're going to have to sort of wait for the episode to come out.
We keep teasing them like different episodes. I noticed like that's been our thing.
We really do, yeah. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun to sort of build them up. We
want to keep you guys guessing.
Exactly. But no, we got another fun episode coming up next time. And big shout out as always to our sponsors again, Wes Woodson, Design and Organizing. Links, I should say, in the description. Big shout out also, Marvel at the Movies and the Sports Blitz. Please continue watching all 3 shows. We always appreciate the viewership. And for this show, you can find us here on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Do it all, folks. Just go crazy. And thank you as always, whether you've been here from day one or are just finding us now. We, as always, appreciate it. So, and again, one more time, a big congratulations to the Babson hockey team, and best of luck Saturday night in your quarterfinal game. So, that does it for this week's edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, that's Kyle. I'm Robbie. This is a couch. And we will see you next time here on a Couch Talking Sports. Bye.
Wait, that's a couch?